Welcome back to the 12-step mini series on how to beat the bloat and get rid of that muffin top for good from a functional medicine perspective. Hi, my name is Smirta. I'm a functional medicine practitioner. And in this mini series, I've been talking you through 11 steps on how you can get rid of that belly fat and that bloating, but also how these things are linked to health optimization, prevention, and just overall increased well being. So, today, we are in the last step, number 12, and it is optional. So you don't have to do it. But if you really want to go hard at it and really upgrade your health, longevity, and your belly fat burning machine, then you might want to include this one. And this is cryotherapy or cold water exposure. So different ways of doing this. This could be a cold shower at home, or you could go to one of the fancy equipments. They're called whole body cryotherapy. You stand in a thing like a chamber that looks like a shower, and it is really, really cold. And you stand in there for 3 minutes, or you go into one of these ice tubs, whatever your choice. You want to expose your body, especially your upper body here and the chest, to really cold temperatures for a certain amount of time, ideally minimum of 3 minutes. And what it does is we all know that we have fat cells, the dreaded fat cells, they're white adipose tissue, but we also have something called brown adipose tissue. Now, we used to think that those brown fat cells were only there when we were little, but now research is actually finding that when we do certain things, like cold exposure, then we might actually start to turn some of our white fat cells into something more like the brown fat cells, and they call it beiging. Now, the white fat cells, when they're white, they kind of store fat, and we don't want them there. But if they're brown, they are actually have been shown to be anti-inflammatory and support our metabolism. They boost our body temperature and our metabolism, our metabolic rate. So that's a great thing for weight loss, but also anti-inflammatory. So as if you've seen the whole series, you know how important that is for health extension optimization. Now, if we do the cold water exposure, we turn some of our white fat cells, we make them beige, and they act more like brown cells. So it has been shown to speed up metabolism. For example, there was one study done in menopausal women, which you might know that a lot of menopausal women struggle with that gaining of belly fat around the midline, which has lots of reasons like the estrogen dropping, insulin sensitive resistance. They've over the whole last 20, 30, 40, 50 years, they've slowly degraded their metabolism. So they often struggle with that layer of belly fat. Now, they took these women and they put them into a cryotherapy chamber, one of these fancy shower-looking chambers that are really, really cold. And they went in there for 4 days a week, for 4 weeks in total. No, 5 days a week, sorry. So 5 days a week, basically Monday to Friday for 4 weeks, so 20 times. And they found that they dropped their waist circumference, great, but also lowered their inflammatory markers and sped up their metabolism. Things like cholesterol, triglycerides, all these things that are usually elevated in combination with having that layer of belly fat around the trunk, they actually improved. So if you can, try and add it, even if it's just a cold shower or a cold plunge whenever you have the opportunity to. But the best would be 5 times a week. I hope you found all of this helpful. This was the last video in this series. I will be doing more videos on different topics. If you have specific questions, topics that you would like me to address from a functional medicine perspective, but also from a physio perspective, clinical Pilates, anything like that, then comment below, let me know so that I can create them and share these with your friends and family and loved ones if you found them helpful. And don't forget that if you click the link below, you can download a free ebook with all the 12 steps completely in a complete setup, a PDF, so you can print it out, put it on your fridge or wherever you want it to have a reminder of those 12 steps to beat the bloat and get rid of your muffin top for good. For now, bye, and I hope to see you all soon.